movement, just looking over your shoulder, back to the centre, and then to the other side. When you're doing this, try to make sure you're sitting tall, so you're going to stretch into the back, but your shoulders are staying relaxed. Okay, and then just coming back to the middle, just going into some shoulder shrugs, rolling your shoulders backwards. And then changing directions, coming forwards. Okay, and then just reaching 2 hands above your head, reaching as tall as you can, thinking about the middle finger reaching up towards the ceiling. And then interlocking your hands, bringing the palms up towards the ceiling, and just leaning over one side of your body. Getting a stretch now down the side. And then coming back to the centre, and then same onto the other side. Good, okay, and then bringing the hands down and relaxing there, and then again, once again, reaching up, and then this time just folding forwards, so leaning forwards over your chair, either touching your knees or reaching towards the floor, and just resting here, so getting a good stretch into the back here. And you can let your head and neck relax there as well. Just hold this for another 10 seconds. And then slowly coming back up again. Okay, and then just placing 2 hands on your shoulders, just going for some arm circles, backwards with your elbows. And then changing directions, coming forwards. Okay, and then just taking 2 hands behind your head and then just twisting, so getting another stretch into the back, bringing one elbow towards me and then the other, looking over your shoulder. Okay, and then just relax again there, and then once more we'll go for that forward fold, so reaching again up towards the ceiling, lifting the middle finger up as high as you can, and then once again leaning forwards over your chair, letting your back relax and your neck relax. Just resting here, holding this for 20 seconds. And then in 10 seconds, slowly bring it back up again. So really slowly start coming up. Okay, and then just moving into a bit more lower body movement, just going for some leg extensions, lifting one leg up and down. Keeping it slow and controlled. Sitting tall. You can either place your hands on your lap or you can use the arms of your chair to help you sit tall for this. Okay, and then just switching to the other leg, same again. Good, just try to sit tall, try to stay tall. If you're struggling with your back, you can just lean back very slightly so your back is still straight, but it's just reducing the pressure on the lower spine. Okay, and then just relax. Then next we'll just move into a few heel taps, So just coming up onto your heel to toe, placing it back on the floor, onto the heel and back to the floor. I'm just going to tilt the camera down very slightly. So just sticking with one leg to start with, onto the heel and onto the floor. It can just be a small movement for this one. This is a good movement for working the muscles down the front of the leg. Okay, and then relax, changing to the other side, same again on the other leg. Okay, just go for a few more of these on this leg. Bring it out in front of you. Okay, and then just placing 2 hands onto your hips with your elbows back, and then just going for one more stretch for the back where you're just bringing your chest forwards, lifting it up towards the ceiling, sticking your elbows back, and then coming forwards, just rounding your spine and bringing your elbows together. And then again, arching your back, bringing the elbows back, keeping your hands on your lower back to help it. You can lift your chest and chin upwards, and then coming forwards, pushing your vertebrae back. One more. So elbows back, and then elbows together. Good. Okay, so you can relax there. We'll have about 30 seconds rest, so feel free to take a drink here, and then we'll move on to the first exercises. We've got some exercises, well, one exercise that is involving a weight, so if you can just take either a weight or a can or bottle, and then one exercise which you can either use, you don't have to use anything, so the option is nothing, and second option is a cushion, and third option is a band, so whichever you have near you. If nothing, then that's fine.
Use that band, but then
Okay, just give you a bit of time. Okay, so for the first exercise, the first one is just involving the weight. So if you've got a can or bottle or dumbbell, and then I'll just show you to start with. So it's just going to be holding the weight in front of you and then just twisting it away from you to start with while lifting it up above your head. So just rotating the weight and then rotating it back down again, one hand at a time. Just taking your time with this. So this is good for your hands, good for hand strengthening and working the muscles in the forearms and shoulders as well. So we'll go for 1 minute of these. Off we go. Good. Set, keep going. Twisting it round. Good, so you're moving the whole can, really working the muscles in the hand. Really good for improving grip strength. Last 15 seconds. Good, and last 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good, and you can relax there. So for this next one, you can put your weight down. And then this next one is one either involving a cushion or a band. So I'll show you the cushion version to start with. This is just with a cushion between your legs, and you're just going to be squeezing the cushion together and then releasing. So this is working muscles down the outside and inside of the thigh. So squeeze and release. If you have a band and want to use the band instead, this is where you place the band around the outside of your knees. And this is just pulling your knees apart and then slowly controlling it in. So out and in. And if you don't have anything, it's just doing the same movement but with nothing. So you're going for 1 minute of these. So this is the movement without anything. Off we go. So either the cushion, the band, or nothing. I'll start this round with the cushion, and then second round I'll show you with the band. So each time squeezing and releasing. Good. So the harder you squeeze, the more you'll feel it on the inside of the legs. Good. Working the hip abductors and adductors. Good. Keep going with this movement, just going for another 30 seconds. Still sitting tall while you do this. Squeezing and release, last 12 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good, and relax there. So you can take your cushion out or your band off. Put that down. And then we're going to move back to an arm exercise for the next one. So this is going to be the chest press, sitting tall again, keeping your hands in front of you, keeping pressure in between your hands, and then you're just going to be reaching up above your head, keeping the pressure in between your hands, reaching as high as you can, and then back down. Good, keeping the pressure there. So 1 minute of these. This is really good exercise for working the chest muscles now. The more you push, the more you feel that. Good, 30 seconds to go. Good, keep this up. Last 12 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Good, and relax there. You can relax your arms. Good stuff. Okay, next one is just going back to a leg movement, and this is similar to the hip abduction, but this time a bit more movement. So you're just going to lift your foot each time, coming onto your heel, and then back to the center, and then same to the other side. So the wider you go with your leg, the more you'll also feel it in the glute muscles, out and in. So we'll go for a minute of these next. A bit more movement. Off you go. You don't need to worry quite so much about the control on this one. And if you're finding this tough, then just a small step out is fine. Or you can make it more challenging with a bigger step. Good. Good stuff. Keep this up. Going for another 15 seconds. Good. Last 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Try to make sure you're still sitting tall. And last one. Good. And relax. Well done. Good stuff. So final exercise of this round, and this is going back to our side bend. We'll do 30 seconds on each side. You can either do this with one weight in your hand. So for this, you've got one hand up to your ear, and then just leaning over sideways and back up again. If you don't have a weight as well, you can do this without one. So 30 seconds, good. working the muscles down the side of the body. Just 15 seconds on this side, and then we'll change to the other side, keeping your elbow in line with your head as well. Good, okay, and then relax there, then changing to the other side, same thing again on the other side, keeping your hand behind your head, and then sideways and back up again. 30 seconds on this side, good. Good stuff, keep going. Last 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Good, well done. So you can put your weight down. We'll again have a 45-second rest, and then we'll go back for one more round of these 5 exercises. So just take your time, grab a drink if you want one here, or grab a drink. Okay, so we'll start again in another 15 seconds, starting back with that rotation with your weight, lifting up and down. So that one's strengthening the hands, forearm and shoulders. So if you take your weight, so you're ready to go, and then sitting tall, and then 1 minute of these, off we go, rotating round, lifting up, and slowly back down. Good. Good stuff. Keep this up. Last 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Good, well done. That gets tough. That's quite a challenging one. So you can put your weight down, and then taking either your cushion or your band again for the next one. So this time around I'll demonstrate with the band, but fine if you've just got the cushion, just keep going with that. So you're placing the cushion between your knees or the band around the outside of your knees. And then sitting tall, pulling your legs out to the side, and then either squeezing your cushion or controlling it back in again. 1 minute of these. So still sitting tall as well while you do this. Really think about drawing your belly button into your spine so your stomach muscles are strong, and that will support your back as well. Okay, 30 seconds more. Good, keep going, last 15 seconds. Keep squeezing the cushion or pulling the band. Last 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good, and relax there. Well done, good stuff. So you can take your band off or take your cushion off. And then 1 minute of the chest press next. So with your hands together again, really pressing as hard as you can, lifting up above your head, keeping the pressure there, reaching tall, and then coming down, focusing on your breathing here as well. So when you're resting here, taking a deep breath in before breathing out as you lift. Good, really pushing hard, and then when you get to the top again, deep breath in and breathing out. Good. And again, as you come up, try to make sure your shoulders are staying relaxed, so they're not tensing. And down. Last 10 seconds. Just go for one more. Really pushing hard. Pushing together, good. And then back down, keeping the pressure there. And relax, good, well done. Good, strengthen the chest. Okay, so last lower body one, and this is going back to that leg coming out and in, seeing how far you can step out. Don't worry if it's just keeping it close to you, but just movement in the lower body. Off we go for 1 minute. This one is normally easier as well if you sit towards the front of your chair, so you've got a bit more room for your leg to come off. Good, keep going. Last 12 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good, and relax, well done. Okay, so final exercise, going back into that side bend or that teapot movement. So taking your weight again if you want to here. Taking the weight in one hand, bringing your hand up to your head, and then into that teapot movement, bending over and back towards the centre. Good, so 30 seconds on this side. Might feel a bit of a stretch in the back as well as you do this. Good, keep going, last 5 seconds on this side. Okay, and then changing sides, same again on the other side. Hand on your head, and then again, leaning down and up. Last 30 seconds. Good, and last 7, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good, and relax, well done. That's good there. So you can put your weight down. Again, you can feel free to grab a drink if you would like one, and then we'll just go into some stretches to finish. Okay, so if you're ready, we're just going to start off with a neck stretch, just tilting your head down to one side, dropping your ear towards your shoulder, and then gently bring your hand over and just pulling it towards you. So feeling that stretch into the neck. If you want to go for more of a pull, you can always hold onto the chair as well with your other hand. So there you're going to really feel that into the shoulder as well. Okay, and then changing to the other side, same again. Good, and then back to the centre, and then just going into another twist for your back. For this one, you can either just stick to the twist where you're looking over your shoulder, or if you want to go for more of a stretch, you can have a go crossing one leg over the other, and then if you hold on to that knee and look over your shoulder, you'll probably feel more of a stretch into the back. So either crossing the knee or uncrossed. Good, and then you can change to the other side, so each time aim to hold the stretch for about 15 seconds before changing to the other side. Okay, and then coming back to the centre, and then again we'll go back into that static hold where you're folding forwards, so reaching up, folding forwards, letting your neck hang loosely, just holding this now for 20 seconds, relaxing there. Keep holding. And then slowly coming up again. Good. Relaxing there. And then just moving into a stretch for the forearm, bringing one hand forwards, pulling your hand towards you. Getting a good stretch now into the forearm and around the wrist. Good, and then last one, just changing to the other side, same again. Good, and you can relax there. Well done.